Hi everyone, Inat Kessler here with a new video tutorial, and today I'm going to show you how to make a monochromatic art journal page. What does monochromatic mean? It means that basically you have one color and you work with different shades of that color. So for example, you want to make a blue page. So you work with all kinds of colors that are blue, but the same blue, and you can only add, or let's say add white or black colors to make the blue darker or brighter. So basically, you always stay within the realm of the blue color. So what I'm going to do is work with black. So this, I don't know if you know this is a water brush. It has a container that you fill it with water, and then when you press it, then the water wet the tip, and then you don't need to take a brush and dip it in water every time. The water simply goes with you wherever you go. Of course, you can use a regular brush with water. I'm going to use watercolor. And I am going to start with black. So the reason I'm using black is because I want my page to be with black colors today. And you can see that I want the black background not to be very bold. Just a faint gray color. So I'm pushing the color all over the page while wetting my tip. And when I ran out of paint, I simply load more. In this way, you can cover more space. Now I'm working on the problem is that I'm looking for, okay, I'm just going to put this under, because the green color from, okay, see, now I have green here, which I don't want. So you can work on a dry paper with watercolor. Basically, there are two ways to apply watercolor to a page. You can do what I do, which is basically use a wet brush and watercolors to add paint to your page, or you can first wet the page. So you can't see, but I'm wetting the page first with my water brush, and then I add the color. So you see, it spreads kind of differently because the page is wetter this way, and you will need to use, of course, thick paper, otherwise it will all curl. So I'm picking up paint from one side and taking it to the other side. This way I can use a lot more paint to cover my page. When you work on a dry surface, then the color, the paint, the watercolor is absorbed more easily on the surface, and then it means that you can spread it less when you work on a wet surface, then there is sort of a protective layer on the paper, so the watercolor doesn't absorb as much, and that's why you can have more flexibility while you spread your paint. Okay, so I'm kind of happy. You have to make sure that everything is completely dry if you want to add more stuff to your page. What I want to do next is start adding shapes. And the best way that you can add shapes is either by stamping, by adding paper shapes, like I'm going to do with tissue paper, or any other type of paper that you're going to cut and glue to your page. And everything that I'm going to add to my page is going to be in black colors. So the good thing about gel medium is that it dries clear, and you won't see it later at all. So it doesn't matter if you put too little, too much. And always, when you work with tissue paper, add another layer on the top. It seals it, and it gives it that look that I told you, like that it's embedded on the paper. So now it looks white, but when it will be dry, so now I want to add some musical notes. I have them here. Simply going to tear them from the paper. I also want to show you how many patterns, how rich you can make the paper, your art journal page, even though you're not using any colors, just by adding shapes, text, layers in the same color, which is black. You can really make a pretty page. So next, I want to bring in some stencils and some ink. So basically I have here 3 patterns. I'm going to start with these large circles. You can add whatever pattern you have. If you don't have stencils, you can use stamps. You can use household items. You can use toilet paper rolls and some acrylic paint to stamp on your page. Add 2 more here. You can see the layering. Looks really cool. You always start with the larger shape and then you continue to the smaller shape. You never start with a smaller shape first. And if you only want part of the pattern, then you need to work very carefully when you stamp. That's why I don't use sprays, because I have much less control. This is our focal point, so I want to make sure that it is completely framed. Next, just going to add details. Details don't have to be something complicated. Just some lines, some dots, some very easy shapes.
Adding dots like this.
You have to also remember you want all the details to show. So you don't want to fill your page too much. See, I'm repeating some of the shapes that I made. This is called creating balance, because you don't want the letters or a stencil. You can use that. I was just eyeballing it.
So I'm starting more to the left because I want to leave room. Oops, sorry about that. I want to leave room for the question mark that we still need to add.
Want it to be kind of bold. So that's the question mark. Now let's go around the letters. And you make a frame of something, around something, really makes it pop. So I really hope you like this tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the little bell icon to be notified when I upload a new video, so you won't miss anything and you'll be able to follow all the tutorials, make all the projects. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you next time.